Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. This is Straight Facts Commentary where I give you my unpopular opinions in everything pop culture. So please stick around and subscribe for more.
Hey y'all, I am back again with another video, and in today's video, you see the title. We are going to be speaking about JT and Nicki Minaj. There is some drama going on in Stan Twitter, and I just find it very interesting. So if you're interested in that, female rap, pop, conspiracy theories, trending topics, my unpopular opinions, whatever I feel like getting into for real, go on ahead and subscribe, and let's get into this. Girl, are we at 5K? Either we're at 5K right now or we're almost there because I just checked my subscriber count. We're pretty much there. Like, girl, please. Girl, please. Thank y'all. I love y'all so much. I'm so happy. Like, thank you guys so much. I'm gonna be getting into a little community post soon about that. So I will get into y'all later. But thank y'all. I love y'all. I see y'all. I'm so grateful for y'all. Anyway, let's continue on into this mess. And for somebody who's about to be like, Nicki Minaj is not shading JT, who's finna try to come at me crazy, girl, do not. I did not come up with this narrative on my own. Like, this is not something that I've just decided to make up. This is literally something that's happening on Stan Twitter. At least it happened last night. I don't know if it's currently still happening, but this is a narrative that onlookers and also Nicki's own stans and fans, some of them have like put onto Nicki. Like, this is the narrative that they are running with. I'm just talking about it. So this is not me like making up stuff or da da da. This is literally all over Twitter. I'm just about to read it to y'all. So back up out my face. That's one. And two, this is actually crazy because I talked about this. This actually came up another time. And if you guys remember, some fans felt like Nicki was shading JT another time when some of the Barbs, I guess, were promoting City Cinderella, which is JT's mixtape. I don't know, there was some kind of promotional thing going on that JT was doing, and a lot of the Barbs were excited behind it, and so they were posting her. And apparently, Nicki Minaj allegedly shaded JT all the way back then when she saw that some of the Barbs were promoting JT or supporting her. And I actually made a video about that too when there was speculation of that. And sorry if I sound crazy, I just woke up actually, so my voice is like extra deep in the morning until I get like fully awake. My voice is deep as hell and monotone as hell, and I just woke up. So it's like at the bare bones of it. So if in case someone's like, damn, what, you dropped a couple octaves, girl, I just woke up. I'm sorry. But anyway, um so some people speculated it back then, and I talked about it back then. Basically, what I was saying back then was, if Nicki Minaj is shading JT, it would be really wrong of her to do because JT has been her ride or die, in her booty crack, and up Nicki Minaj's thong for a long time. You know, JT has rode for Nicki Minaj super crazy ever since, you know, Nicki forgave her, and JT and Carisha apologized to Nicki, and they carried on and had a merry old time after that. So once Nicki forgave JT, her slate was cleared in the eyes of the Barbs and in the eyes of Nicki. Nicki had been hanging out with this girl. She invited her on tour, taking pictures with her, allegedly helped her with no bars, you know, so many things, saying that, you know, they have a close relationship. Her and JT had like a close relationship. She had been to Nicki Minaj's house allegedly. Just things that made it seem like they had a camaraderie that was more than just rap. And, you know, also ever since Nicki Minaj forgave JT, JT has not done anything publicly. Excuse me, emphasis on publicly. JT has not done anything yet publicly that we can say was shade to Nicki, off to Nicki, it don't, you know, throwing shade at anything that we know of. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that something might not have happened in the background. Maybe something happened. Maybe JT has done something behind the scenes that has put Nicki off. You know, the girls do. I feel like some of the girls do that. They do put Nicki off. The whole Ice Spice thing happened behind the scenes. That was something that was brewing behind the scenes with them, and Nicki hasn't acknowledged her since. Um, Ice Spice hasn't fully addressed the text messages. JT, JT, excuse me, JT and Nicki haven't interacted online in a bit. So maybe something happened behind the scenes. I'm not gonna sit here and say that it didn't because we don't know. You know what I'm saying? But as far as we know for right now, JT hasn't done anything. So some of the Barbs have seen that they feel as though Nicki was shading JT on Station Head Live based on this clip. So I am going to show you.
But you also have to question why a person would go from unliking you to loving you. Is that odd? Well, you don't say.
Okay, so that was the clip in question that sparked the uproar that is on Twitter. Basically she was like, isn't it strange for somebody to like not like you and then they go on to loving you? Allegedly, that's about JT because at one point JT didn't like Nicki Minaj apparently, like before she was famous, and then while she was in the industry for a little while, and then now she loves Nicki Minaj again. And she's on her side, quote unquote, whatever. While that's not a bad observation inherently that Nicki Minaj made, the point is she forgave her. So regardless of if she didn't like you at one point or you guys had issues, if you forgave that girl, that means you're supposed to forgive that girl and put that into the past. But some Barbs feel like she brought this up and she's shading JT on purpose during her album release, her mixtape release time to, I guess, purposely get the Barbs to turn on her or to not support. You know what I'm saying? That's what some people feel. That is not what I'm saying. That is what a lot of people are saying. I don't know. I hope that's not true because that's really weird and just gives me the ick. Um and I could get into this, and I'm not gonna really go super hard yet because we don't know if she was shading JT. She has not come out to deny this or confirm this, obviously, and Nicki's not going to because she's super subliminal, but she hasn't come out to say anything. Like she hasn't said, oh y'all stop, I'm not shading JT. Like she hasn't said anything. So people are still running with this narrative. I'm not gonna get onto her yet because we really don't know who she's talking about. But again, if she is shading JT, that's a mess, and she shouldn't be doing that unless JT did do something to her behind the scenes. If that ends up coming out that she did something crazy to her, then okay, I'll give Nicki Minaj that. You know what I'm saying? I'll give her that because if she did something to that girl, like if she did something to Nicki, I can't get upset at Nicki for shading her because that's just what Nicki does, right? Whatever. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into the comments of what fans are saying about this. Okay, some comments read, all it took was for JT to release a mixtape for the Barbs to realize that Nicki Minaj is an unhinged, jealous, bitter, lonely psychopath who isn't the quirky, funny girl she was 10 plus years ago. Everything Little Kim said is true. What an unfortunate ending. With that being said, I'll still be keeping my tickets for Gag City front row to fill the 15-year-old void. I don't know. All this just to find out JT is not different than Ice Spice. Everyone blames Nicki until someone exposes these girls for weird behavior online. All Ice Spice did was vent to someone who is supposed to be a friend about how she's mad Nicki tried to get her to sign to a predatory garbage ass record deal. Not a big deal. We all get upset. Yeah, that's what I said. Remember guys, I told y'all. I was like, I don't think Ice Spice really did anything that wrong. All she was venting to a friend about a business situation, and because of the way she worded it, The Barbs got upset. Anyway, let's continue. Can someone please tell me what Nicki said? Today, JT released her mixtape. The Barbs were enjoying it and tweeting it, buying her mixtape, and Nicki got a whiff of this and decided to rant on her shitty radio station. Real Barbs knew Nicki was the problem. We just F with her music heavy. Oh, so now everybody is saying they really feel this way. Why haven't y'all been saying this? Why y'all need everyone to agree with y'all before y'all say how y'all feel? Yeah. So if y'all really felt like this, if some of the Barbs, not saying all of them, because some of them don't care what Nicki does, if some of y'all really felt like this is how mob mentality works. People only get behind something when there's a movement behind it. People don't have individuality and people don't have their own voices. So when they feel like there is something happening where they feel comfortable to speak, then they speak versus just speaking because they don't want to be brutalized. And this is the issue with stan culture. This whole thing I'm going to be speaking about the issues of stan culture, regardless of if Nicki Minaj is shading JT or not. The stan culture narratives stop people from speaking their minds. Well, clearly JT did something to Nicki behind closed doors, and the Barbs want to drag Nicki like they know what happened. I'm not dragging Nicki for JT. Sorry. Not sorry. She's been weird in the past before, anyways. So, yeah, that's totally true. We don't know what happened. We don't know if there is something behind the scenes that did happen. So, if that ends up coming out, I will come out and say, rain check. Nicki Minaj was never shading JT for the wrong reasons. JT did this. Like, I will do that, just so you know. I'm not gonna sit up here and be like, oh, Nicki Minaj is shading JT 100% confirmed and not come out to say what she was really talking about if that comes out. Like, where did this come from? JT has been lapdogging for Nicki just for Nicki to do this. She was half the problem in certain situations. I wouldn't say it was just her. This was beautifully said. So JT was shading Cardi, Megan, and Glorilla to gain support from the Barbs just for Nicki to shade JT on her release day. Barbs with blue checks complaining but won't unstand because this is how most of them get paid. Barbs can only listen to Nicki Minaj. Girl, get off of Twitter for me. Yeah, I talked about this. Like I said, even if Nicki isn't shading JT, it's deplorable to not be able to listen to other people. And if Nicki Minaj is subliminally pushing that narrative, it's really weird because she is not the only rapper or female rapper to exist, and it's toxic if she's pushing that narrative. I be minding my Barb business. If it's not about Onika, Mirage, and the Barbs, then I don't give an F. And that's why you stay hydrated with beautiful skin, boo. XOXO. Why are the Barbs dragging Nicki? Y'all better chill. And then somebody below this tweet says Nicki deserves it. A Barty Gang page says JT did all of that Cardi dissing in hopes of getting the Barb support for her album just for Nicki to say, Nicki, I love you so much, but why is it every female rapper? Drama, drama, drama. Before y'all Barbs come for me, remember it's okay to hold Nicki accountable. And see, this is the thing. The Barbs don't want to do that, but now some of them are starting to do it, and it's time to break out of the psychosis of stan culture. Regardless of, like I said, if Nicki is shading JT or not, it's time to break out of this stan shit because it's toxic regardless of the situation. JT has been nothing but sweet to Nicki and it's still giving she doesn't want Barb supporting JT. Barbs are Nicki's fan base. They can support whoever they want, but they gotta do it outside of Nicki's algorithm on a brand new page who supports those girls only. Nicki has every right to not want to share the fan base she built from scratch with others. Let them do it themselves. I completely understand that. We can support anybody we want, but I think it's an important part of being a strong fan base is supporting who Nicki supports and vice versa. I don't want to see Nicki from a bad POV, but this situation is making the narratives about Nicki seem true. The girl on my timeline is spiraling about Barb supporting other people. Go outside. Nobody said y'all can't listen to other artists. Y'all are purposely acting like y'all don't understand what other barbs are saying, like on purpose. That's not cute. I don't want to jump to conclusions, but if Nicki was talking about JT, I'm gonna need her to check into the clinic for me. I love Nicki, but if she starts beefing with JT, that's it for me. After a while, you are the problem. Call me a fake barb or whatever, but there's no reason why you literally are beefing with every single female. Then it looks as if your fans have to choose sides no matter if you are in the wrong. I've been talked about this too. Y'all are too standout for me. I've been talked about this. Y'all need to stop standing people. If you're gonna support them, support them. But to stand them is weird. Here's the thing. You're a fan. You don't know anything, and if you don't know what her experiences with these people are, y'all thought she shaded Lotto unprovoked until the receipts were dropped. Stop gaslighting her if you don't know her experience. Yeah, so again, the fans could be jumping to conclusions. We will have to see what comes forward. Someone else says, y'all with the fake Barb stuff, when really a lot of y'all need to be more real with your queen. Y'all just scared of her. That lady don't like nobody if she isn't constantly the common denominator in every single dumb beef. She is the problem. She's a narcissist. There's no in between. JT aside, the way there's been issues with nearly every single female rap girl, it's like, when do we start looking inward? I don't know. Wake it up. I'm holding on because she hasn't said any names. She has shown such intense love to JT, from letting her interview to bringing her on tour. That would be such a confusing turn. I want her and JT to be cool, like they both write, they both seem to have major love for each other. It's just annoying for real. That's why I stopped being a barb. That shit is draining at this point. Come right and say it or leave it alone. It's every single time. Yeah. And the riddles and stuff are ridiculous. I don't care if people try to make it seem like it's cool. It's not. It's stupid. I'll always be a barb and support Nicki Minaj, but when it comes to music, I'll listen to whoever I want. I appreciate music too much to limit my playlist over personal disputes. Wasn't I saying this the other day? If this is true, wasn't I saying this the other day? It is psychotic to limit people to, oh, I can't support other people. Da, 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 da. Like, that's so. If she's subliminally encouraging that, it's weird. And allegedly unfollowing people and all that, it's very weird. Barbs are turning against Nicki. My prayers have finally been answered. Literally crying right now. The only people she's going to have left on her side after this are all the big cupcake Barb accounts. Um, I don't know who that is, and Sleaze Block. I don't know. Stats of Beyonce and Special Cows. I don't know who those people are. I guess Stan accounts. If you support any rap girl apart from Nicki Minaj, then great, do you. But don't feel a way if Barb's choose not to support. We're here to support one woman, and that's Onika. Now that's toxic. The person said it's really not. It actually really is. It actually really is. It's such a hive mentality. It's very weird. Someone else says, being a barb seems too political these days. Like, seriously, yikes. It did not used to be like this. It used to be so exciting, but now I feel like it's tiring, and that's why I support her from a distance and show my love. Someone said, same. I'm exhausted. Facts. Loving her from afar is the best thing to do. Feels like a cult now. I hate to say it, but I agree. I've been a fan since '09 and I have my own issues in life. I don't have time for any issues if it ain't about my money and kids. Mostly because the industry has been so persistent on making her out and giving her a hard time lately by using these new girls. If she doesn't show support or stays quiet when a new girl comes in, they create narratives to tarnish her image. Okay, so there's so many comments. I could go on, but I just read some of the ones that I initially found and some that I found very interesting. Now, again, I'm going to re-emphasize this. I'm not saying that Nicki Minaj has shaded JT because this has not officially come out. No official names have been dropped. Nothing yet. This is what fans are saying, and I'm simply commenting on that. Um, and what I said about stan culture stands regardless if this comes out that Nicki was shading JT or not. I'm not going to change my opinion on that. As far as stan culture goes. Y'all need to wake up. Y'all need to wake up because Nicki is not always right, and she hasn't always been right about every single thing that's happened throughout every single year. She's not always right. And the Barbs never hold Nicki accountable for anything because they love her music so much that accountability is thrown out. And that's something that y'all need to change. Regardless of if JT is being shaded or not, y'all need to start a trend of holding Nicki accountable for anything that she does. That's too much, regardless. But nobody believes that Nicki can ever be wrong about anything because she's talented. And that whole thing needs to stop. Period. 100% period. Regardless. Y'all need to wake up out of the hive mentality that somehow a lot of people are lost in, and start seeing things clearly, and know that holding someone accountable does not necessarily mean that you dislike them all of a sudden. So anyway, and this goes for anything Nicki does now or into the future. So my viewpoint on that is not going to change regardless of what comes out between Nicki and JT. But again, anyway, I'm just reporting on what has happened, and I hope that she is not shading her. I truly do, because it would be lunatic crazy if she was, okay, without any real reason. If a reason comes forward, I will be letting y'all know. Trust that. So anyway, I love you dearly, but let me know what you think. Maybe you don't feel as though she was shading her at all, and she could have not been. We don't know. Again, this is all Stan Twitter, and this is what they're saying. So you can let me know if you feel like she's not talking about JT at all. Let me know what you think is going on then. I would love to know. And that is it for this video. And I will talk to y'all in the next one. Love you down. Bye.